You thought the leaks earlier were all we're gonna get? No, they're still coming, dude. Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. Bringing you guys a brand new video today, and today we're gonna break down some more Crown Tundra leaks. Yes, the leaks have continued, man, and they have been absolutely wild. And if you missed my video earlier, there's a lot of great information in there, including shiny forms and all sorts of stuff. I've been trying to be very mindful so the Nintendo ninjas don't come and kind of end, me and my channel, but a lot of this stuff is text-based, so we can cover a lot of leaks. If you don't want the leaks, man, you probably shouldn't watch the rest of the video, obviously. But if you do, be sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Get those notifications turned on. YouTube tells me about 50% of you guys are not subscribed, so make sure you guys change that right now. And if you saw the trailer at the beginning of this video, you'll know that I'm doing an 82-hour marathon for the Crown Tundra. Yes, an 82-hour marathon on twitch.tv/aDrive. But I'm doing it for charity, baby. Games for Love. We raised $93,800 last time. We're gonna raise $100,000 this time. That's the goal. So we're gonna make it happen. So make sure you guys come to that amazing charity event. I'm very excited about it. But without further ado, let's take a look at some of these leaks, man, because the crazy things, dude, going on, all right? So first things first, there are images of these new horse Pokemon, right? And we know that the types of these two horse Pokemon have been revealed. We also know their names, which I'll get to here shortly. From what we understand, a little bit of story spoilers, we know that you can choose whichever horse you want. They are not version exclusive. So there's an ice horse and a ghost horse, right? And you can choose whichever horse you want, all right? And it's kind of like how you choose the tower for Urshifu. So much like you could choose the dark or the water type Urshifu, you could choose which horse you want, all right? We know that the Ultra Beasts are catchable in the post game, and then legendaries are unlocked as soon as you get the new Dynamax Adventures. And this indicates that the story is about 4 hours long, which is not very long. It's about the Isle of Armor length. So not super robust in that regard, but if the adventuring is longer, then hopefully we'll have some good stuff there. In terms of some of the other stuff, we got some moves here we're going to talk about. We've got a signature move, Thunderous Cage, which is a signature move for Regieleki, which I believe we already knew about. It traps the target in a cage of sparking electricity for 4 to 5 turns. Could be very good, depending. Probably a better singles tactic than doubles. Dragon Energy is going to be Regidraco's signature move, which converts the life force into power. The user attacks the opposing Pokemon. The lower the HP is, the lower the move's power. So the higher your HP is, the more damage you're gonna do, right? Very simple equation. So, I don't know if Regidraco is gonna be particularly fast. The Regis are very slow Pokemon, and that's kind of a move that you'd wanna utilize if you were a faster Pokemon. So just something to note there. Then it goes on to talk about some other stuff. Thunderous Kick, which we know about through Zapdos. Thunderous Kick lowers the target's defense stat. It's an incredible move. Glacial Lance is going to be Articuno's signature move, which is an attack that hurls a blizzard-cloaked icicle lance at the opposing Pokemon. I believe it has a chance to freeze, if I'm not mistaken. We have Astral Barrier. The user attacks by sending a frightful amount of ghosts at the opposing Pokemon. And we also have a move called Eerie Spill, which we know about through Galarian Slowking. It removes 3 PP from the target. There's actually more. We're going to get to some of that stuff as well. We've got one of the horses. Its name is Glastrier. And again, we're going to include the tweets on the screen so you guys can read it with me. But Glastrier emits cold from its hooves. It is a belligerent Pokemon. Anything it wants, it takes by force. It has tremendous physical strength, and the mask of ice covering its face is 100 times harder than Diamond. Its ability is called Chilling Neigh, which is essentially Moxie. It gives it an attack boost when it knocks out the opponent. It's going to be very strong. Again, I'm not going to show images of the actual Pokemon itself, but you can check that out in the description below if you want to know more. However, we'll discuss all the details of it. So Chilling Neigh, very cool. Alternatively, we have Spectrier, which is the wild horse Pokemon. This is the ghost horse. It probes its surrounding with all senses save one. It doesn't use its sense of sight. Spectrier's kicks are said to separate soul from body. As it dashes through the night, it absorbs the life force of sleeping creatures. It craves silence and solitude. And its ability is Grim Neigh, which is the same thing as the other one, but a special attack boost. So it's like a special Moxie, right? So if you knock something out, you get a special attack boost. Very strong, actually. And then Calirex is the king Pokemon. It is a merciful Pokemon capable of providing healing and blessings. It's reigned over Galar in times of yore. It's known as the king that ruled over Galar in ancient times, and its ability is Unnerve, which prevents the opponent from using berries. Now, we know that the Calirex has two different forms. It can fuse with the Ice type and the Ghost type horse. When it fuses with the Ice one, it's the Ice Rider form. And when it fuses with the Ghost one, it's called the Shadow Rider form. And the craziest thing about this is something that's never been done before, and it seems as though Calirex in this fusion form has two abilities. Now, under no circumstances have we really had a Pokemon that had two abilities. It seems as though it keeps Unnerve and Chilling Neigh, as well as Unnerve and Spectrier's Grim, I think is what they're called. So, we'll have to see what the actual names are, but it does seem as though the Pokemon, when it fuses, Calirex fuses with these horse Pokemon, it's able to keep both abilities, which is pretty nuts from a competitive perspective. Central goes on to state that all the new Pokemon in 2020, Regieleki, Regidraco, Glastrier, Spectrier, Calirex, and then Calirex Ice Rider, Calirex Shadow Rider. Very, very cool stuff. We also know about abilities. Regieleki gets the Transistor ability, which powers up Electric type moves, and Regidraco gets Dragon's Maw, which powers up Dragon type moves. We don't know what this buff is gonna look like, but understanding buffs in the past, moves like Pixelate and stuff, we could potentially anticipate it to be a 25, I would say between a 20 and a 50% buff. 50 would probably be pretty significant though. I think probably 20 to 30% buff is more realistic, and that could be very significant for some of these Pokemon and their stabs. At this point, Centro has not indicated any other leaks, but what we can conclude from these leaks is a few things. One, that's it for the new Pokemon. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty to explore in the Crown Tundra. There's still a lot of secrets to be uncovered in terms of the story and things like that, but do not expect any new Pokemon. Do not expect any new Galarian forms at this point in time. And actually, most importantly, do not expect any more Gigantamax forms. I would assume, and I could be wrong in this regard, that where these leaks came from was indeed Pokemon Home, and if there was going to be new Gigantamax forms, those would have also leaked in the same Pokemon Home data mine. So, a lot of interesting information to cover here, as we said. I'm not going to give you guys the images. If you guys want to grab the images yourself, I'll have the sources in the description, which is Centro Leaks. You guys are welcome to follow it yourself. But that's the breakdown on the new abilities, the new moves, the new Pokemon, everything going down. It aligns perfectly with the leaks that we had months ago when the Isle of Armor dropped. So some pretty crazy stuff. You'll have to bear with me. I'm actually exhausted. It has been a long day today, team, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the Crown Tundra, and I'm even more excited to experience it with the aDrive Army for an 82-hour live stream charity marathon, baby. We're gonna do so much good stuff for these kids, man. Like I said, last time we raised almost $100,000 for kids in hospitals. We're gonna go bigger this time, baby. I'm excited about it. Thank you guys so much for your love. Be sure to hit that like button down below if you guys enjoyed this type of video. Make sure you guys subscribe. We're at 666,000 subscribers, and people keep telling me that. Let's just get to 667 so people don't, tell me that I'm the devil or something. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys enjoyed this leak video, you should definitely check out this one right here. Otherwise, this video is pretty cool. You should check out both the videos, otherwise the Nintendo Ninjas are gonna